Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. I hope everybody's doing well today, and here's how we are going to start.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Oh my goodness, I just love that. I want my daughter to sing it to me when she's here, and so far she hasn't done that. How is everybody today? Well, is this not just an amazing day to count your blessings? Let me tell you, the weather outside where I live was beautiful. So John and I took a little wind therapy. We jumped on our motorcycles and went for a ride. He bought me a new helmet, and we went out to lunch where you actually walked in a restaurant. Well, the restaurant was outside anyway because, there was a bunch of bikers. But it was great. It was a beautiful afternoon. My thumb has been hurting for so long, I haven't been able to ride my bike in like 6 weeks, and it seems to be doing fine. I go, what? So, what a great day. So, how is everybody? How do you manage to look younger? Ever since I hit my 60th birthday, I just keep getting younger and younger, right? At least my mom said I can go backwards after I hit 60. Thank you. That is very cute, though. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I wonder, how did I get this old? Or my daughter's having her 37th birthday. Like, what? And I have another birthday coming up in 3 weeks. I'm like, wait a minute, stop the train for a few. Let me enjoy 60 for another year or two, okay? But I think you're allowed to do that. How is everybody in the chat? So, I was getting very sidetracked. First of all, I'm here in a very different niche of the fish room. So if you go back that way, over there is where I usually sit. And there's my plants, my wall, my living strip right there. But I wanted to try to get over on this side of the fish room. I didn't know if it was possible. So I don't know how good the video is because I'm on Wi-Fi. So we're going to see about that. But my fish room is very tiny and narrow. And it kind of goes around corners, and like you have maybe 1.5 feet to walk through. So if somebody came through that door to use the bathroom there, yeah, you're going to see I'm on wheels, so I can move. Oh, look, I'm wearing fish pimp. There's Rachel. She's awesome. Anyway, I digress. How is everybody? That explains that Bike Fest was here in the Ozarks last week, and it was a blast. I bet it was. I bet it was. Oh, Candy, thank you. Candy is posting. Thank you, Candy. I have one video out. I'm trying to start up another channel to go along with this channel, but I know a lot of people, a lot of my viewers don't really care too much about plants, except for maybe that, the pothos filters. And some people don't even know it's a pothos, but it's irrelevant. I love houseplants. And I thought houseplants for me was over once I had my ant infestation. And I was up in Rochester, New York with One Fish, Two Fish ROC. And she re-sparked my passion for plants and shared with me a lot of cuttings. So I posted a video on what she taught me on ways I can have all these houseplants without soil called LECA. Well, in aquaponics, they're just little clay balls. But it's a thing in plants where you can... Absolutely, but you would need some special nutrients, and people pay a lot of money for fish poop. Who knew? I am very blessed, though. Like most of you, I have tons of nutrients to choose from. So, anyway, I am starting a new channel. It's called Plantique 101, or which was also pointed out to me, Plantique for Susie Q. And that way my daughter can fit a whole new verse in for Plantique, and I'm here to show you. You know how it goes. And I have a matching Instagram page if anybody was so interested. And even if you're not interested, just go check it out and see if, you want to give a little support, So I appreciate that, Candy. Thank you. Yeah, my day is great. I need control arm ball joints, springs, tires, ends, and sway bars. Wow. Coming back from the gas station, my brakes went out. I do love my life. Right, Rockford? I know. We all have these challenges. Let me tell you, yours was pretty tough today. Pretty tough. Oh, I hope it gets better. And also, while we're on the tough times where we come together as a community, I want us to keep Pam in our prayers. She's saying goodbye to her, one of her fur babies. So, but yes, I am very excited. Whew, it's warm down in this fish room, man. Who thought? Who would have known? But I think I do remember that's why I wanted to bring my plants down, because it's always more warmer down here. It's always more humid, and fish water's at an arm reach away, so it always works out well. Oh, look at Melvin. I'm doing good, Susie Q, watching the NFL game on my tablet to watch the NBA finals. Oh, that's way too many acronyms for me. Priscilla, hey, Q and all, hello, listening while I have dinner. I love when people have dinner. I love to hear what they have. I had such a big lunch. Well, it was a lunch. It was a late lunch that I'm full. Hey, everybody, it's Plantique, and I'm here to show you just what I do. Yeah, that's right. I am really actually quite surprised at how many fish keepers love houseplants too. So I think they kind of go well. It's like a symbiotic relationship. It's kind of like fish and reptiles, fish and plants, plants, reptiles. Can we just turn this whole basement into a rainforest without the so-called rain, maybe? Oh, thank you, Candy. Now, is Priscilla having T-bone? Or is Dragon Layer saying hi to Priscilla and T-bone? Sometimes the pH of water is relevant to the pH of earth nutrients needed to grow plants. It's true. With the Calgary's hard water, it worked out well for Rift Valley cichlids, whereas orchids a lower pH. That's right, and it's funny because there's a lot of plant people that test their pH in their water. I just happen to know what mine is. Like, yeah. Ooh, did Priscilla say what she was having? Did I miss it? I'm going to try to log back. I can't log back. Questions from Mr. Fish Sir. Do you have fast fish before shipping? Oh, do you have to fast fish before shipping? If so, how long? I have dry in tank, so I want them well fed. Well, Mr. Fish Sir, I will leave somebody in the chat to answer that question. Somebody who preferably has experience in shipping fish. I do not ship fish yet. I say yet like it's on the agenda. It's not on the agenda. I shipped a plant one time and I got very worried that it was going to die, and I was a nervous wreck. I don't know how people ship fish and keep a peace of mind. I don't. But I like to order fish, and I love to get fish in the mail, especially now since some of the stores aren't open yet or not in driving distance. Love it. Oh my gosh, look at everybody in the chat. Hey, everybody. How do you manage? Yeah, I'm going to read that one again. How do you manage to look younger every day? Can I read that like every 5 minutes? I'll just read that comment. Holly. Oh my gosh. We had my sister's 67th birthday. Oh my gosh, on a farm today. How great. That sounds awesome. Let me tell you. Absolutely awesome. Still batting pH out of tap. Ooh. Batting or battling. That's my bad. Oh, and I have decided to dig a small pond right by right by the building in my garden area next year. Awesome, Rockford. Let me tell you, I don't regret it. That actually reminds me. There is in my yard, you know how that I have, like everybody just memorized my yard, but I have a three-tiered pond that's like a waterfall into another tub set in the ground, into another tub set in the ground, and it just keeps going. And I love it so much, but when I turned the pump off and cleaned it out, I noticed the back pond, the back tub, has a leak. So I'm going to pull it out, and I'm thinking, what better time to start designing my waterfall in the corner into my pond and just build a stream through my tiny yard. Right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. Oh, everybody's saying hi. I wish I got hi, Scott. Big A's. I can't keep up. I think I did. You're a little slip of a girl. That's right. 61. Not yet. 60. I got 3 more weeks to say I'm 60, so I'll say it a lot. Because I'm still 60, you know. I just hit 60. So I was getting ready for the stream right now. Most of my lights go out between 7 and 8 o'clock. So, but tonight, on Sunday, I go and switch them all, make sure. And I went in the back over there, which you can't really see. And my sailfin mollies that I just got at the fishy flea market is having babies. At first, I thought she was dying. She looked like she was having convulsions. She was flopping around. Her body was, I'm like, what is she doing? Because I've seen my sailfin mollies have babies before, but, well, you know, babies, you know what I mean. But I've never seen them. But I looked over there, and a little one was swimming out, another little one was swimming out. So I counted 4 or 5 before I had to hit the live button. But I'm so excited. I just picked these up at the fishy flea market. I can't wait to show you. They're white sailfin mollies, and they're gorgeous. I have 4 females and a male. And this female was now the only thin female. The other 2 have a big boxy belly. And you know what that is, right? Ooh, big boxy belly. So I'm sitting here. You know why I'm sitting right here? Because when... Story time! Confessions of a fish keeper. Especially for me. Oh my gosh. So I was setting up this wall of 40 breeders. Every time I set up one shelving unit, I would put the tile down for the floor, set up the 1 unit. Then when I came to set up the next unit, I would put down the tiles of the floor, and so on. The same thing in the back, and the same thing over here. So right here, I still don't have any tiles yet, because there's no fish tanks there. Ooh. Somebody just jumped. Woo! So that's my confessions. The geos would love that water perimeter. I got some geos. Got some gymno geos. Yes, that Susie. I'm missing it. Q's lighting is perfect. Oh, is it? It's my 20 years younger lighting. I actually had to turn some of these lights off because when this was on, it's a Home Depot light and it is glaring. But the whole reason I'm sitting over here is because last week I said I wanted to try to sit where we could see my King Triton. And he's right here, and I had to turn his aquarium light off so that it wasn't so glaring when I turned it on. But I'm going to turn him on in a minute because it's funny. I'm hearing these noises over here, and it almost sounds like a washing machine clicking on, clicking off, clicking on. And I'm thinking, is that my electricity? Because I'm always worried about my electricity going like... And then it's these 2 fish over here fighting. Do you guys want to see? It's my Guy Smiley. So when my Amphilochus passed away, my daughter bought me a baby red devil from PetSmart. And he was so adorable. It was called the Guy Smiley. Her heart was in the right place. So Guy Smiley has a special place in my heart, even though I wasn't sure I was ready for red devil again. But I am very happy I have him now. But he's sharing this tank with my King Triton. And thank goodness I have a divider, because let me show you what they've done. So the lighting is very poor because I turned the light off. I just have the overhead light. But can you see? Let me move my head. Let me move my head up here. So this was all flat. So Guy Smiley over here has moved all the sand and comes straight up probably 8 inches. Hello, baby. And you can see over here, there's a light diffuser. And there is my king triton. Well, these two keep butting heads on the light diffuser, and that's what's making that noise. So I actually had to support both sides with rocks. The top is held together because this is a 75, so it's got the middle beam support, plastic support on the top with zip ties. And I'm sure if they tried really hard, they could probably bust through it. And on the bottom is some rock on both sides so they can't just push their way through. But I think it's time for another 75 gallon, actually. Actually, I think I need to start upgrading. I really do, because I really believe that these guys will never get along. I thought this would be a nice way to see if the two would get along, but they're not looking like they will ever get along. Unless there's a divider in the tank. Let's see. Fish Tank Barnes. Oh, Fish Tank Barnes. He ships fish. I'm glad. Carrie. Hey, Carrie. I missed so many people in the chat. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to read the chat. I should probably wear my glasses, but... You know, I have worn eyeglasses since before I started kindergarten. I have always worn eyeglasses. I have astigmatism in one eye, blah, blah, blah. And when I was a little girl, probably before kindergarten, in kindergarten, I had to wear a patch. I had a lazy eye, too. A patch over my good eye. So I wore a patch, and I had baby blue cat eye glasses with diamond studs in the corner. Man, I was so hot. This was 60s, so it was very vogue then. And I've always worn glasses. And then I've tried a couple different times to go with the contacts. It just doesn't work out so well for me. The Severums and Geos do, fortunately, ooh, a 180 tank. How nice does that sound? Hit that like. Oh, thank you for reminding. Hit that like button. I was referring to both pH. So, you know what I'm trying to... Triton is so cute. Thank you, Lori. Isn't... I wish I could turn my light on. You guys got to tell me if this is too glary. Is that too glary? But look at how... He's actually orange and he looks yellow. My Triton is yellow and he looks white. So I think it kind of washes him out just a tad. Can somebody help? I was wondering if aquatic plants need fertilizers or some kind of nutrition. I believe all plants need nutrition. If you're talking about added nutrients, I'll let somebody else answer that. Because for me, I make it easy peasy, easy green, squirt, squirt. Like, so T-bone is generally they do. Some substrate feeders, some are water column, and some are both. Good answer, Bob. Depends on that plant and the fish load in the fish coral. Ooh, chemicals. T-bone, if you make it on Father Fish in the morning, I'm sure he will go in depth for you. Yes. Oh, is it fine? It's not too dark. Now, where did Triton go? See, when I turned the light on, he went in his little house. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to hide in that house, but he can hide anywhere he wants. He's a sweetie. Did I get this? Okay. Oh, so this is, there's Craig Broderick's in the house. Oh, I gotta sit back and drink some coffee. I feel like I've been going a mile a minute. You know, the bike ride was wonderfully relaxing. I can't even there's a reason why they call it wind therapy, and it's just like, and the fact that I was riding with like my favorite person in the whole wide world, that helps. And then there was food involved. Can't hurt, right? So nice. It was so nice. And I seem to have a little extra time these days, so I was able to set up my live stream ahead of time, which, wow, made my Sunday so relaxing. The only thing I didn't have is a thumbnail, and guess what? I didn't sweat it. And I had a nice, relaxing Sunday. It wasn't like I can't do anything, I have a live stream, and it's like, I think getting set up, you know, with the streams and my videos, I think will help tremendously, you know, with the relaxation level. Yeah, so I was watching Scott's video from King and Queen Cichlids, and he talked about the burnout. And I know a lot of YouTubers that go through the burnout. I don't want to go through the burnout. So I figure if I just kick back and burn less, maybe I won't burn out. That makes sense? And I don't think it's burning less, starting a new channel. But, and I don't even know if it'll go anywhere, but I'm just, it's like that same thing with the fish hobby. It gives me so much more than what I put into it. It's so, there's such a passion. Something is satisfied so deeply with the fish keeping and the creating of the tanks and the aquascapes and taking care of the fish. And there's just something so rewarding. I want to share that with people. And it's the same thing for me with the plants. It's absolutely the same thing. I go through and touch all my plants' leaves to see who needs water and who doesn't, see who's talking to me and who's not. It's crazy. So I just figured, yeah, burn less. That's right. What I'm meaning, Bob, is aged water in a tub, water change, then water's at the point. And I'm glad you're not talking to me because I got lost there. You know what who's bumping up? Oh, my Berdorais, my oh, they're not Biahes. They're like bouncing out of the water. They're not breeding because they're very colorful. When they're breeding, they usually turn these very colorful red, and every sheen of color in between, they turn very black. Oh, well, she's a little black. So maybe they are going to start breeding again. What? Need to go wash dishes, and I saw poo. And I saw poo. Susie is going to go live dishes and keep waiting until... What? I don't know, but that was sure funny to read that. Oh, I gotta pay attention, man. I'm having a hard time. Perhaps you may have to think the fish you keep. I think you guys are talking pH. But anyway, I really don't want to get burned out. But I don't want to give anybody who subscribed to my channel any less. But I figure I just share my experience. I share my passion. I share my ups and downs. So it's like, it's not as draining. I'm not like always trying to think of, like I guess I'm not really trying to, I don't want to say play the YouTube game. Because in the back of my mind, I am trying to play the YouTube game. Forget, I don't even know where I was going. I just don't want to get burned out. I feel sad, but I know Scott and Liz are having a blast, enjoying life, still enjoying the fish keeping hobby, just not the YouTube, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it can be draining. Be right back. Have to refill coffee. Oh, I just refilled it right before, so I understand that. I understand that. So my water comes out at 6.8. Oh, that's what I was saying. Oh my God, I don't even think I brushed my hair. Sorry, guys. I was on a motorcycle. So when I was at the fishy flea market, I was talking to Michael from Michael's Fish Room. And what was I talking about? One of my fish I was having a problem with. Or one of my tanks. So it sparked an idea of I thought was a great idea for my next video. Because he asked me the water parameters. And I know the ammonia and the nitrates and nitrites and the pH. But he said, what's the hardness? So that's a whole level of my water chemistry I don't quite understand. I think I understand how to test for it. But I think I'm going to do some research. And as whatever I'm learning doing that research is going to be a video. Because I can't be the only one that gets a little confused with the GH and KH and what's that mean? And which of the hardness is the one that makes the pH higher? And what hardness makes my water get these little white spots on it? And, you know, just trying to get a better understanding of that. Because it's not something you actually need to know when you're taking care of fish until something goes wrong. And then you go to ask people who are long-time fish keepers and they ask you all these questions and you're like, I don't know. I don't know. No, I change my water, I clean my tank, I feed my fish. I make sure I change my water again. I'd like, is that bad? No, it's where I'm at in the fish keeping hobby. So I do find that as I learn more and I get to do more, then that's when I want to put together a video and share it. Where as opposed to somebody who's very well schooled in it and gives you a how-to video, Mine is more as here. Here's what I'm learning. Your hair looks cute. Oh, thank you. It's messy. Guess what? When you have a time on your hand and you're looking in the mirror, here's what not to do. Pick up the scissors and cut your own bangs. I'm telling you, I think I did a little too short, but I was like, just don't do that. Don't do that. Have restraint. I have been tested mine lately, but it used to come out at 8.2. Wow. That's a lot higher than mine, 6.8. And when I was up at Elizabeth's in Rochester, hers comes out at 8, between 8 and 9, because she sits on dolomite, and that's like just her water runs through dolomite. Oh, what is that? I see a color. Bob Kaler's Aquatics, $9.99. Hairbrush or whatever needed the most. Yes, I think I'm going to get hair ties so that I can braid my hair when I'm on my bike, so when I get off it's not a big rat's nest. Thank you very much for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Hairbrush, you're too funny, man. Yep, neighbor behind me had one drilled last summer. Susie, I love your hair. You look, oh, you're awesome. Mine rolls out at 8. Comes from Lake Huron. Oh, one of the Great Lakes, right? I will check it. Know it. Okay, I got a Q Aquatics here. I got to read this. This is Chewy. I got to read Chewy's, man, because I am so used to having water up in the 8.2s. I know what fish to stay away from. Or have to plan the tank before time. Your mollies really like hard water. Yes, I have crushed coral instead of sand on the bottom. I have crushed coral. Say it again. Crushed coral. Because those tanks that I put them in are my live bear tanks. And I had one extra, what was it, an albino galaxy guppy that never quite turned into a community. So I actually put them in with my red and blue guppies, and I figure I'll throw a dash of albino galaxy into the mix and see what happens. So I had an empty tank is where I put them. It started off as their quarantine tank. And what I think I'm going to do, because it's only a 5-gallon, after they have their babies, because all 3 of the females were box bellies ready to have babies. After all those fry come out, I'll probably remove the parents and leave the fry in there to grow out. That's what I'm thinking. But yes, I have it lined with crushed coral. And what else likes my crushed coral? My turtles. A couple of my turtles really like the crushed coral, especially the diamondback, because they got a crush plate and they like to crush things up. Chewy, I can't keep mollies. Tried many times. Ugh. You know where I have most of my mollies that I've had are in my brackish water tank with my green spotted puffers and Skipper and Marianne, my mud skippers. I have some mollies, and when they have fry in the brackish water, there's an upside down netted basket where the fry can swim in there to safety, so they always seem to populate. Hello, Red Triangle. Who's Red Triangle? Hello, Red Triangle. I don't think I've known your name. Welcome. Welcome. Oh my gosh. So, yes. Guppies really do well in harder water. Yep, they do. I find that the live bears that I have do. And you know what else I did this weekend? There was one summer tub I didn't break down because it had all my Danios in it and my paradise fish. And I figure, you know, they can take a couple cold snaps. It was getting very, very cold. So I made a fun game of it this weekend. I didn't record it because I didn't want to get, you know, all serious. I just had a fun time with my granddaughter and we called it fishing. So I filled up a bucket with the pond water, which was so green, and I gave her a net, and as I was draining water out through a net, she was fishing. And some of these Danios were hers, so they had some glow Danios, some giant Danios, my paradise fish. We're all in this 100-gallon tub. No fry. I mean, I don't know if glowfish have fry. Do goldfish, are they even, do they, I know you're not allowed to, what do you call it, breed them, but are you allowed to, do they even have fry? Look at this. What is this shit? Sorry. Just a question, but I had an absolute marvelous time with my granddaughter all weekend, and this weekend catching fish. And we went for a walk on the canal, and both rocks, little rocks that she painted, I call it her love. She put her love on rocks. I put them out on the canal during my walks, and when we walked up and down the canal, when she was with me this weekend, all the rocks were gone. So somebody picked up her love and hopefully are going to place them somewhere else. So I just loving it. So at the first time we painted the rocks, got the wrong paint, so it washed off. So now she's got the right paint, and when she's over here, we paint some things, and it's just a fun, I'm trying to concentrate with this crazy world and this crazy up and down thing called life. I'm trying to focus on all the good. Doesn't mean I'm ignoring the bad, because there's bad. There's bad, and there's crazy, and there's mad, and there's unjust, but I want to focus on as many good things as possible and fill up my time. And I'm thinking if I do that, my heart will feel happy, right? So that's what I've been doing, and I'll be dang, it's working. It is absolutely working. The alternative is dolomite. I don't know what that means. Hard to keep the Burchardy at 7.6, but they're making it. I prefer. Oh, that reminds me, Bob Kaler. My Burchardy had fry, and I just shot a video on it. Like, I've had my multifasciatas for years. No fry. Never had fry. I've had 5 or 6 different shell communities. No fry. Don't know. I figure it's the water. They have crushed coral. I've even put a little extra, like, no fry. Never had fry. Everyone said, oh, set it and forget it. My Burchardys, as soon as I put that other group that was in quarantine, when they were out of quarantine, in the same 40 breeder as my other Burchardys, boom. I went down to take video of it because they set up like separate sides of the aquarium. The older ones were here, the newer ones were here, and the black Calvus was just like in between. I have fry. I'm so excited. I didn't think I was ever going to get any kind of shell dweller fry. So, and I don't know if it's because of the pH. It could be. It's exact same as the multifasciata. But the multifasciatas have a Julia dichromis feldi. I think that's correct. Could that be the reason they don't have fry? I don't know. Everybody says no, they should be fine, but Zoe Gray. I love the name Zoe. That's my granddaughter's name, but she spells it Z-O-E-Y. I'm getting a baby severe macaw next month. Oh my, you just melted my heart. I'm very excited and nervous. I have experience with macaws, cockatiels, budgies, and a very little bit with an African. I am so excited for you. I have a 5-year-old severe. Well, she's almost 6 now. And Sophie, I wish I was upstairs to show you. Love of my life. I sing to her every night. Every night I sing how beautiful she is. And of course I sing, hey everybody, it's Susie Q. And we just go through repertoire. She loves when I sing. When I'm done washing my hair, I'll like flip my hair like this. She just loves, like, in the hair. Oh my gosh, I love my severe macaw. Now, it has taken over a year to build the trust that we do have. I still don't trust her because when her hair goes up on end, she's going to bite. Doesn't matter how much she loves me or how much I love her, she's going to bite me, and I don't want to get bit. She's got a very sharp beak, so I respect her beak, and I don't know if she respects me or not. But she's, oh, I love her so much. I'm very excited for you, Zoe. The pastel lines of guppies like softer water. Ah. I haven't taken down outside tubs yet. Oh, you're down south, right? We've had several, I think it even got into the 30s. So last night, night before last, 37. So we had a week or so that went down into the 40s, and then it went back to up in the 50s at night, and now it's back cold again. So it's Marie Z. Hi all. Sorry I'm late. I was setting up 3 more tanks. So Marie Z, what tanks are you setting up? I'd love to hear that. Please hit the like. Thank you, Candy. Not yet, Chewy. I have live plants. Ooh. Cool, Zoe. Severe macars are great, aren't they? Oh my gosh. It is. It's like a toddler with a 5-year-old mentality that's psychotic. No. Maybe that's just mine. You're getting one from a baby, so it might even be very different. And you know what I think the thing is with Sophie? I think she's really a dude's bird. And I think, but I'm the only one that spends all my waking moments with her. And John will walk by and talk to her and everything, and I think she really wants to attach to a guy. But I've what she's got, so that's what I think. That's my theory, and well, it'll get proven over the years, but it will definitely. It's got a higher concentrates of various different other minerals. Ooh. See? Hi, LP. Who's LP? LP lurking. You're an amazing granny. Me? Oh my gosh. I love being a Grammy. Love it. Give power through attention to the light, not the dark. Exactly. And I feel like, and I know I've read self-help books in the past. Not since Harry Potter have I read a self-help book, because don't even ask me. Forget it. We'll change the subject. But anyway, somewhere in my head and in my heart, I'm thinking this is the right thing to do. Even though I've got some people saying, no, you got to concentrate on this to fix it. I'm like, it's kind of like, I'll use John as an example. I can focus on all his flaws and all the things that drive me crazy, and all that's going to do is drive me crazy. But if I focus on all the things that wow me, all the things that keep me in awe, all the things that make me skip my heartbeat, all those things, then our relationship is, at least in my mind, is so amazing. So it's got to work. I'm going to make it work. How's that? I'm going to make it work whether it kills me. I love Bichardi. They really are fairy cichlids. They are so gorgeous. I'm really trying to get my macro lens to work on swimming fish. I don't know how people do that. Because if I could catch on camera what I see in my Bichardis, especially in certain shimmers, wow, they are gorgeous. Thanks, Chewy. I'll add that to my arena. Oh, my arsenal. Oh, you got an arsenal. Got an arsenal. Good evening, Susie. Hode's in the house. Oh, Plantique 101 again. Thank you, Candy. And for anybody who wasn't here, Angry Bubbles. Don't be angry, Bubbles. I am starting a YouTube channel and a matching Instagram. If anybody's interested in my journey with that channel with houseplants, it's spelled like antique with a PL, Plantique, or Plantique 101. 101 because, I'm beginning out on this journey. Now, if I dig deep, because, 60 years is 6 decades. If I go back to my 3rd decade in life, I went to a college called Temple University up in the Ambler campus. My girlfriend and I went to maybe about half a dozen classes for plant propagation and horticulture. We were so fascinated with how plants multiply and grow, and we took the adult classes that brought us up to this college in Ambler, Pennsylvania, which had these amazing greenhouses, both cacti and succulents, and then just regular tropical. And from then on, I've always been hooked, but never stable enough. Is that the word? Stable enough? I don't know. It's hard to say, because when you have 4 small kids, and I have 4 daughters, and when they were growing up, it seemed like all my passions were put on a hold all my hobbies were put on a hold so I could be there for them. I could be mom. You know, that is my passion. That's, I believe, in my own words, the reason I was put on this earth is to have those 4 children. But now that they're grown, it's Susie time. I have had advice people in Vancouver to do that. I've advised people. Everyone's saying how to have LP lurking. I like that name. Bouchardis are so cool. I would love to have some in the future. Melvin, they are so satisfying. Let me tell you. So, flat sand, a little bit of crushed coral, shells, and to put the shells in, I was very careful. I kept rolling to make sure there's no air bubbles in there until they all dropped in one big pile. And then 2 weeks later, all those shells were segregated out into 5 or 6 different communities. They did all the landscaping. They did it their way. So I made sure when I built the tank, I didn't care. I'm just going to give them what they need and let them do their thing. Bob, you have tried putting cichlid substrate, crushed shells, in your tank. It helps with the pH. Yes, that's what I do. Put in media bags to help easier. I discovered you through your videos with Sophie. Oh my gosh, I have to do an update. So now that I have time on my hands, every morning I make her an egg. She likes the yolk. I like the egg whites. It's a win-win. I actually make 3 eggs, but she gets the yolk of one of them. And I don't even make her own plate now. We share the same plate. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I love when she comes down. She comes running to me when I sit down with my breakfast. Running down, and we just both mutually eat, and then she has her fresh water, and then I walk away and she'll take a bath and a shower in her. Oh my gosh, how amazing it is. I'm glad you found me. I cannot wait to see pictures. Do you have an Instagram or somewhere where I can see pictures when you get your baby severe? I would love to see them. Scott's Aquatics. I'm back. Had to finish a co-op order. Oh yeah. He is already doing that. Okay, that was too confusing. Look at all this. Okay. Hello, Lisa. Lisa's in the house. Who's Lisa? What Lisa? Hi, Lisa. I don't know what Lisa. I didn't see, but somebody's saying hi, Lisa. Oh, Big J's in the house. Big J's fish keeping. Dragon Layer said, nope, Q. Almost all parrots are as intelligent as a 5-year-old, but like a 2-year-old in personality, yes. But are they all psychotic like Sophie? Not psychotic. Bipolar? So, like, oh, I'm dripping. Why didn't somebody tell me I'm dripping? There you go. I turned the drip off. What was I saying? So, if she doesn't want what you have in your hand, let's say you say, oh, would you like this? And sometimes she'll like, oh, yeah, I want it. And she'll very gently take it. Other times she'll just go like she's taking it and bite your finger. She's done that to John where he like, I'm done. I'm done with her. Like, don't be done with her. Don't be done with her. She just loves him. And I did catch him. He's not watching my life. He sings to her too. And she just loves, her head tilts all upside down, and she starts singing along. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. You can only bring it up far. I recommend Dolomite. Ooh, like leaf blowers. Exactly, exactly. Oh, the drip blends in well with the water sound. Oh, I love it then. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have some colorful things on my screen. Hold, please. Bob with Kaler's Aquatics. Susie time. That's right. Oh, I must be so behind in my chat. Am I behind? It's Susie time. It is. I mean, like, it is. It's my time. A fish, $2.79. Thank you so much. It says, hello, I just wanted to show some love. Love is felt. So thank you so much. A fish. I like the way your F is. Is the F like a different font? Is that a logo? I like the way that looks. Thirsty Rabbit, when is your next video? Is Heath in the house? I didn't see Heath. I must be so far behind. Wow. Dan Slee's in the house. Look at everybody in the house. Exactly. Oh, Priscilla's back from dinner. Or she just took a break. Let's see. Look how far behind I am. Here's Tiffany White. Saying howdy, folks. I must be behind. Perfect cichlids. I'm so bad, aren't I? I watched the video of you doing your closed loop system. I just finished mine as well. I'm giddy. Casey's Tanks, welcome. And let me tell you, I couldn't be happier with this linear piston air pump closed loop system. It's not a loop. Mine is up, but it's closed. And every tank is bubbling. I have not once had to adjust this tank to get this one to flow. It's so quiet. I am sitting right here. My aquarium co-op air pump, I forget the name of it, but I call it my aquarium co-op air pump, is right about 5 inches from my fingertips. And it's that quiet. And I didn't put any buffers in it. It's just sitting right up on the shelf. Oh, it's it is like life-changing the way when I was introduced to the water python to do my water changes. That's kind of life-changing. Yes, it was. Susie time. I love that. How are you, Heath? Good day, Bob. Thirsty Rabbit. Wash hands. Angry Bubbles says wash hands. Repeat, wash hands. Yeah. And then I can't even lotion because my hands were always in a tank. Do you guys use any lotion? What do you put on your hands when they're so dried out? Because I can't think of a time that whenever I could know that it's going to be more than an hour without sticking my hands on a tank. Maybe I just stick my hands in the tank too much. Nice to have you, A-Fish. That's right, isn't it? I've got a lot of new people here tonight. Thank you so much. Thirsty says, I can pop one up today on feeding new pellets I got off my brother in the mail if you like, mate. I know, I would like that because I love seeing your face, Heath. Please, everyone hit that like. Thank you. Awesome, thanks. How about you? Michael Aquarium, I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you, sir? Did you do koi this year? I know you had a pond last year. My linear piston air pump. Me too. Let me tell you, I have 4 of those pumps, and it's so quiet. Mike, holy cow. Now, I was prepared. If anybody watched my linear piston air pump, after I set it all up and I was like all dramatic, I waited till the next day to turn it on because, I wanted to have the camera set up and boom, and I had my hair brushed and it was all that. Turn it on and nothing. Nothing. I like, what did I do wrong? It was like such a top of the world to boom. So, aquarium. Oh, good. There's that linear piston air pump. I'm telling you. I love it. I didn't even have to think. I have 50 tanks, and I'm not saying because trust me, I know people will get upset that this will work for you for 50 tanks. If you have 50 250-gallon tanks, maybe not. But most of my tanks are 40-gallon breeders, 55 gallons. I have 175. They're kind of medium-sized tanks. They're not large. Almost 50 of them, and even these tiny tanks all over the bottom. I love this air pump system. I absolutely love it. Now, I feel so good now because I'm so close to when I set it up. Feel confident that I could drill a hole and drop an airline anytime I wanted. I feel that confident. And I have a ladder and I can do it. Still here lurking and not reading chat, doing a salty water change now before I get too lazy. Oh, I have to do a salt water overhaul. So my saltwater nano tank, this is all I can say. My 75-gallon bow front, I think the lobster has come to his demise, and the whole tank is filled with this cyanobacteria, the red bacteria. Everything is covered in this red. So, and I mean every piece of everything. The water's crystal clear, but so I'm just going to clean it all out. I'm going to get rid of, I had a commenter on one of my videos with the salt water saying, take out that fake crap and just put more live rock in. I don't take anything like personally. Well, some things I do when you talk about me personally, I do, but I thought that was great advice. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Even though some of my things that's all I had at the time and I kind of liked it. I think I'm going to go with more live rock, less bling, and see how that works, because I battle my salt water. I don't have any clear, beautiful tanks in my salt water. Like, it's just constant battle, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm going to be doing a huge overhaul of my salt water. Be cool. I like watching fish feed. My tiger barbs are like piranhas. Alien Worlds in the house? Hey! Ooh, Dance Lee. I mainly tried to avoid putting my hands in the tanks too often. I have shallow tanks, though, for the most part, so tongs work well. Ah, you can lotion overnight. That's a good idea. What made you get into the aquarium hobby? James Park. Are you talking to me? You talking to me? Well, we have 8 minutes, but it's real simple. Zoe, my granddaughter, when she was turning 2, and she's 5 now, 5.5, as she'll tell you, or 5 and 7 months. When she turned 2, I quickly ran out and was going to set up a tank for her. And that's when I started learning that I might have to do some more research. The guy at the store said there's this thing called a nitrogen cycle. I had no idea what it was at the time. Today I do, but... And the more I learned, the more I wanted to know. So the more I started doing research online, I started seeing the same people in the chat. And I'm like, wow, these people are very helpful. So then I started documenting my hobby when I got my 125 gallon on YouTube, which was like 6 months into being a fish keeper. So no expertise here. But the more I learned, the more I knew there was more to learn. It was almost like there's a whole world underwater that I never even knew about. And I'm still learning every day. There's so many nuances to so many different fish. It's just like one of those hobbies that never stops giving and taking. And as long as it feels like this for me, I'm going to keep doing it, because I'm not getting in trouble with it. Well, sometimes I spend too much money. And I kind of am slowing down on the more tanks is better, because I'm tired of bending over. So my smaller tanks off the ground are coming up. And that's how I got into the aquarium hobby. And then I went to a fish club and met people in person to match with my fish fam online. And it's just like, they were the same kind, helpful people that just a bunch of fish nerds want to talk about different things. And that's how I got into the hobby. I would love to hear how other people got in the hobby. Maybe I'll do a video and ask people to send me clips on how they got into the hobby, because it is so interesting. Some people have been in the hobby their whole life. Others, like me, just started and fell in love. Do you know the difference between American ponds and Japanese gardens? I'm going to say no. The difference between American ponds and Japanese gardens. No, don't. I'm going to say I have an American pond. There's no feng shui to it. I have an American pond, dug a hole, put some plants on. Nothing matches, nothing's balanced. But no, I don't know the difference. And that's what I mean. There's so many different aspects to this hobby. It's never ending. It's always fun. Lurking Aquaphor. Back to lurking. Hey, Moonmaker. Hello, welcome a fish. I use rubber gloves if you have a cut scab So I did see once, I think his name was Michael from the UK. He's a saltwater. And he was doing something, I don't know if he had an open cut or he did a siphon. But he got really sick. I remember this was like 2-3 years ago. I think it's Michael. He called his tank his wife. He still does videos. Like, I can't think of his name. But ever since then, I try to keep the water if I have any cuts. But that's a good point. Maybe I should get some rubber gloves. Fish Tank Farm. Do you put air stones in your sponges? I didn't until I watched Corey Aquarium Co-op's video on it, and then I understood. And his filters, and I got some of his sponge filters. Some, I say. I got a lot of his sponge filters. And I started putting stones in there, and I looked at the difference. And this sponge filter over here without the air stone was like straight bubbles going to the top, where this one was smaller bubbles. And I would tend to agree that it's probably more useful to put an air stone in your sponge filter while using the linear piston air pump, maybe just using any pump. So yes, I do, not in all of them yet, because I only had 10 air stones. So yes, I did start doing that, Mike. That, I thought that was amazing. Angry Bubbles. I meant congratulations on your super chat. I'm not good with emotion. That's so funny. I love the super chat. Thank you. That was Bob's, right? Bob's and A Fish. I didn't miss one, did I? I hope not. I would feel like crap poopy. Nope, I'm good. Michael's Aquarium. This year I had loads and loads and loads of water lily flowers in yellow and white. Wow. I forget what that's like since I have turtles. My koi, I was pretty good at keeping the lilies in with the koi, but the turtle, Gina, I don't know if she was eating them, just stepping on them, just like she's like a bull in a china shop. I had these beautiful floating planters, and she just used them as a basking station. So now I have a lot of plants growing on the bottom of my pond because of it. Good day, T-Bone. Did you get your razor scraper for your black algae? Interesting, because I just picked one up myself yesterday, because there's some I couldn't get with my Mr. Clean thing. Dan Slee says, as much as I love the air pump, the smart plugs and automation is stealing the show for me. Being able to remotely or get stuff to schedule is, I do have my lights on a timer, but I don't have too much that's automated. No. Oddball Aquatic is scheduled in 1 minute. Thank you for the reminder. Almost forgot. Dan Slee Barn, good day. Did I miss? I want to make sure I get everything. Is she going live? I didn't see a stream. Maybe she's not going live. Going to the hardware store today. Oh, cool. I'm getting ready to build out my water station. Already using one of my RODI pumps. Amazing. Set it for 5 hours and forget about it. Wow. Dan Slee, I think I would like that. I don't think that would take away from my hobby at all. If there was some kind of overflow drip into a system that took the water to water the gardens and or to filter it back in, I dream about that. Now, Greg Jones was trying to help me design that because I had won one of his contests. But in order to do that, I'd have to move these tanks, the bottom row, to bring them up a little bit for the wastewater. And I can't. I have to tear down every rack just to move the bottom rack. It was just too much. Or just have the wastewater running in front of and I didn't want to do that either. But yeah, I would like some automation going on. I don't have a problem with that. Vodka also works. Not for me, it doesn't. It's her week. She doesn't always have a link. Okay, so she is going strong. Oh my God, best of luck. I'm so happy everybody came out. Thank you for the super chats. If you didn't hit the like, hit it on the like on the way out. I'm going to head over to Oddball Aquatic, and I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their week.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.